What's good, Baltimore? It is the CoolB'more driver coming at you. It is now April 12th, or it is April 12th. It is 11:50 p.m. I am just finishing my shift. Just dropped off my last customer from BWI down into Annapolis. It has been an awesome day. I started off about 11 a.m. this morning. So for me, a late start. But, you know, again, like I said, a great day. I finished off the day at $205.94, a $3 cash tip. You know, that is the, you know, I had a few tips in the app. You know, I spent a good portion. I don't know what was going on with Pikesville today. Definitely not complaining. I spent 90% of my day with short rides. But again, short rides add up, all in Pikesville. I had a gentleman that I drove last week from the Reisterstown area, well, I'm sorry, the Owings Mills area, back out to Lutherville. And so I had that same round trip for him again this week. So that was, you know, that was the first of my long trips. That was a $38 trip. And then I had later on, during that day, I had a group of probably about 20-year-olds. That was about a $15 trip from Owings Mills out to the Towson Town Center. And then I decided around 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, I was at my goal. I was at 150. And I said, you know what? I can get that extra 50. And so I came down to the airport. My first ride from the airport was an Amtrak trip to Glen Burnie. And then went back to the airport and caught a ride down to Annapolis, which was $30. That put me about $195. And I said, you know what? I'll go to Baltimore. I'll get that, you know, that $5. And, you know, when I went to turn on the app, my last customer gave me a $10 tip. And I just said, I'm done. So you know, I'm very satisfied the way the day went, other than a few mishaps. When I say mishaps, I'm talking about parents. I had 2 trips that I had to cancel, wasted my time, but you know, there were 2 trips that involved minors. When I say minors, I'm not talking about 15, 16-year-olds. I'm talking about less than 10-year-olds. So lady calls, and I go to the townhouse that I'm supposed to pick up from, and there's 2 young boys. Couldn't have been more than 10 years old, either one. I'm not sure if they were brothers or what, but anyway, so I get there, and one of the little boys starts walking up to my truck. So I lock the doors, you know, and I ask him, I said, roll the window down, I asked him, I said, where's your adult at? And he said, there isn't one. Well, I had to cancel that ride. I had to tell him, like, look, you need to call whoever, you know, called this ride for you and tell him I cannot take you as a minor. Ooh, excuse me. I said, I need to have an adult with you. And I said, that's for your safety and your parents' peace of mind. So, you know, got the cancellation fee for that. Turn around, took another ride. It was a regular, a normal ride. Boom. So I finished that ride. I get another call from another over to Level Elementary. And this time, it's a little girl. She couldn't have been more than 10 years old. And actually, she was younger than that. And I imagine that was her little brother in tow. So definitely not taking a little girl, right? Too much. No, didn't even want to try to hear that one. So, you know, I told the little girl, I was like, look, unfortunately, I cannot take you or your little brother because you're minors. spit the same, verse that I spit to those two little boys. And, she kind of hit me with something. She was like, well, where are we going to stay? And only thing I told her to do was to go back into the school, go to the principal's office, and call your mother. Because that is not, I'm not going to take responsibility for another parent's child, especially that young. Parents, you got to understand this. Uber's policy, we cannot take minors younger than 17 years old. Okay? They have to be 17 years old and younger have to be accompanied by an adult. Okay? That's for your peace of mind and your child's safety. Okay? The other thing is I am not going to get a ticket or worse from a police officer for picking up your minor children. So if you ever see the Coolbmoredriver pop up on your Uber screen and you have a young child and you don't have a car seat, just go ahead and cancel it, because I am not going to do it. All right, I like driving for Uber, I like driving for Lyft, and I'm not going to waste it. I don't care if the ride is a $3 ride, $30 ride, or even a $300 ride. I'm not going to, it's too many things that can go wrong. All right, and I'm not going to be held responsible for that. Parents, you've got to take better care of your children. You can't be just putting them in a stranger's car and you're not there. If that's the case, you might as well just go down and flag anybody down in the street and ask them to take your children somewhere. It's the same thing. So come on, let's think about this. Let's be real with this. If your child comes up missing because you decided to call an Uber or Lyft for them, unfortunately, there are people that drive for Uber and Lyft that are not in the right frame of mind. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's out there in the market. There are people that are not in the right frame of mind, period. And you're going to let your child ride in one of these vehicles without you? I tell you what, you're a better person than I am, because I have two young daughters, and I'll tell you what, come high and hell water, there will be nobody, to include the police, that can stop me if somebody was to mess with me with mines. Wouldn't be. Couldn't stop me. So, wow, parents, you just gotta think. All right, so enough of that rant. Other than those two rides, actually, you know what? The first ride that called me with the two little boys, after I, told the boys that I wasn't taking them, this woman had the nerve to try and call me 3 times. And here's my mindset. I didn't pick up the phone. In 1 mile, exit right. And this is the reason why. If you're going to send your children out without adult supervision, I definitely don't need to talk to you. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to hear, well, other Uber drivers do it, other Lyft drivers do it. Excuse me. Well, good for them, but it won't be me. All right, now, if you want to do that, then I'll cancel the ride. I'll go offline for a little bit so you can go and call another Uber driver or Lyft driver who's willing to do it. It's just not going to be me. All right, so now, definitely enough of that rant. So for those of you who got a chance to watch the live stream with the CEO of Uber, apparently there's some changes that's coming around. I didn't really get a chance to see it. I'm going to watch it probably over this weekend. It's still on YouTube. And I think it's still on the app. So I'm going to watch it, see what changes come about. I know there's some changes in the app. But I did get to glance at one part of the video, which I thought was extremely funny, and did not depict the realism of what it is to be an Uber driver. So I think he means well, but it just wasn't realistic. So the CEO goes out and does a ride or two himself. Here's the thing. The ride that he did was with one of his own employees. So, and I know in this video he missed a turn and all that, but that wasn't realistic because of course the boss is test driving this app. And of course you're not going to get mad at the boss if he makes a wrong turn. What the CEO should have did, in my opinion, is he should have test drove the app for real. He should have picked up real customers, got real ratings, and possibly even a rating of something that he didn't even do, just so he can get a true feel of how it is to be an Uber driver. Now I know the Lyft CEOs, they've done this. They go out and they do real rides. Uber needs to do the same thing. Even if they're testing the app, they don't need to make it a staged test. They need to do a real live test. All right? This way you get real feedback. I mean, I thought that was kind of a slap in the face for us drivers. If he's saying he's making change, but yet he's doing a staged, ride, that's not real. You need to go out there and jump in, turn on your app, pick up real customers, get real ratings back, do some surges, try to sit in the surge area and watch you not get a call while you're in the surge area, but then you'll get one when you leave the surge area. All these things that, the unfair rating system, the tit for tat stuff. The customers have the advantage when it comes to the rating system. If a driver gives them a 5.0 on their ride, the customer still has the advantage. They could give the driver a 4 just because, and nothing's gone wrong. But Uber, you have not, held up your end of the bargain where you said that anything less than a 5-star rating requires a reason. I don't understand how your math goes. If I get 25-star ratings and I get 1 4-star rating, my average is still 5-star. I don't know how your math is working, but wow, maybe I'm missing something, but wow, the math is crazy. It's a person gets, I counted one week, or counted throughout a couple weeks. I had 62 5-star ratings in a row. And my rating didn't go up a single point. But I got a 4-star rating and bam, it immediately dropped. Come on, Uber. You guys gotta fix that. That's ridiculous. You gotta fix the tit for tat. If I don't think I think a customer should have to rate a driver just as the drivers have to rate customers. I can't take another ride until I rate my customer. I truly believe a customer should not be able to take another ride until they rate their driver. And here's the simple reason, okay? Not that I don't want customers to take their rides, but if I take 10 Uber rides in a week or in 2 weeks, and I've rated none of them, and maybe 2 of those drivers deserve less than a 5-star rating, legitimately deserved it. Unless I wrote those drivers' names down, or I'm just good with remembering, I'm not going to remember what driver deserved less than a 5-star rating. So, Uber, you've got to, at least the customer should be able to have to rate within a 24-hour period of their ride. Okay? If they don't rate within a 24-hour period, that should be an automatic 5-star rating for the driver. Automatic. All right? And I believe that this would kind of turn around the rating system. Customers don't want to inflate drivers' ratings. So then give them an incentive. Hey, look, if you don't rate your driver within a 24-hour period, we're going to give them an automatic 5-star, and you can't go back and change it. I mean, the rating system is just wow. But hey, that's just me. Other opinions may be different, but it's my opinion, and hey, it's also my YouTube channel too. So, but anyway, you know, besides those rants, I truly hope that everybody that's out there is being safe, being aware of your surroundings, and you know, just being fruitful. You know, I said I was going to do this until around the 24th of April. So again, just to reiterate, the Uber fuel card is going away as of April 24th. So if you have an Uber fuel card, it still works until April 24th, and your Uber fuel card is going to be combined with the GoBank card. Now there's a couple advantages with this. GoBank card, if you have one currently, all you have to do is log into your Uber account, go to rewards, go to the GoBank card, and opt in, right? Now, if you use your fuel card, it's going to be charged just like normal, right? But here's the difference. You use that fuel card, you're going to start off with a negative balance on a certain day, right? And that just depends on if you cash out or not. Basically, you're just going to get the money subtracted from your earnings. All right. Now, when you opt into your Uber GoBank card, guess what? When you fuel up, you not only get the cash back, you get like 2% from the Exxon Mobil stations and like 1 or 1.5% from the other filling stations. But you no longer start off with a negative balance, because it's based off of the money that you have in your account. Now, you can overdraft up to $100 as long as you consistently, or as long as you complete at least 80 rides a month. Now, do I recommend doing that? No. All right, because you want that positive cash flow in your account. So those are some of the advantages. And get this, you can still use that in combination with your upside. So not only are you getting cash back directly to your GoBank card, but you can use upside and get cash back into a separate stash account that once you hit over $50, you can have them send you a check, or you can have them send it to a PayPal account. And this is information that I am going to load up on my website, CoolBmoredriver.com. I probably won't get a chance to upload it until Monday, but it will be there. I plan to upload it Monday or Tuesday, so everybody will be able to take a look at it. So, you know, I hope everybody's having a great day, being fruitful out there, being safe. And remember, you know, it's not worth it to make those few extra dollars to put somebody's child in jeopardy and put your, you know, for those of us who are doing this full-time or even part-time, putting that, you know, making extra cash in jeopardy. So this is the CoolB'more driver. Once I get home, I'm going to upload this video. And as always, I'm going to put my credentials at the bottom, my referral codes, and everything. And one more thing before I sign off. So for those of you who have signed up or already have Get Cargo, Get Cargo is now offering kind of like bonuses, or actually offering bonuses. So I've been getting text messages, and I have one for tomorrow that says something like, do 10 Uber rides, and any sales that you get, you'll earn 3 times the normal commission. So hey, there's incentives out there. So if you don't have Get Cargo, look, I'm going to leave my referral link as well in the description of this video. Click on it, go to my website, again, www.CoolBmoredriver.com. There's a link to Get Cargo. There's also a sign-up link there. You know, everything that you want to know about Get Cargo, it is completely free for the driver. All right, and the drivers even authorize 1 free item a day. You know, when I say free, I mean initial stock, the box, and all replacement stocks are all free. All you have to do is keep track of your inventory to a point. They have a system that does it for you, but every now and then it gets out of whack. It's still new to Baltimore, at least within 2-3 months. I've referred about almost 15 drivers, and the ones that are actually using it love it. And you know, they're making an additional, anywhere from an additional $100 to $300 a month. Now that may not seem like a lot, but when you add it on top of your Uber earnings, you know, especially for those of us who are hitting, you know, $800 to $1,000 a week, you know, that extra $100, $200, $300 a month is great. You know, maybe you can use it for, you know, just spending money, or, you know, to put aside for something. But it's there. So I'm going to put that down in my description of this video too. I know this video's been a little bit long, but I've got a lot of energy. But I'm about to dispel that when I go to sleep. So, excuse me. So once again, Coolbmoredriver, I am out of here. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to get some sleep and get up and do this thing in the morning. Deuces.